guys? What's going on, Tech Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, can Deshaun Watson have a bounce back season from his injury? Because he is going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns. And as a Browns fan, I'm not too worried about that. I think there's a lot on Deshaun Watson. There's a lot that people are going to say about Deshaun Watson because he needs to have a bounce back season for the Browns. Like he went down week 12 against the Baltimore Ravens last year, and we saw us get Joe Flacco, and we really didn't know if he was going to come back. We really didn't know if Deshaun Watson was going to be able to come back from his injury. But I'm glad that he's coming back like 100% back because when you look at it, actually, Deshaun Watson's contract, Deshaun, Deshaun Watson's contract that just kicked in, the contract that he signed with the Browns just kicked in. So that's one thing that comes into play is that he has to prove, Deshaun Watson has to prove that he's worth that contract. And he has to prove that he's going to have a bounce back season, which I definitely think he will. Yeah, yeah, as Browns fans, we have had down years, up and down years. We had a bunch of different quarterbacks. Now, the reason why I bring up we had a bunch of different quarterbacks is because that's true. We have had a bunch of quarterbacks, and like I said, we really didn't know if Deshaun Watson was going to come back from his injury because the injury he had would he would be out for like a year or so and probably come back next season. But I'm really glad that he's back this season. I really, at this point, like you're going against a Dallas Cowboys team with Dak Prescott, with C.J. Lamb, with Micah Parsons and Diggs, and for the Browns, like we have Amari Cooper. We are missing Nick Chubb because of his injury. If we had Nick Chubb, yeah, things would be different. But I hope that Nick Chubb comes back 100% better. But Deshaun Watson definitely needs to have a bounce back season and a bounce back season, and I think he can do that all season long. All season long. Now everybody's going to have their own opinion on what Deshaun Watson will have and what kind of season he will have coming back from his injury. Some people will, like a lot of people, will have their own opinions on that. But my thing is that people are going to talk. People are going to talk. People are going to talk no matter what. No matter what you do, I'm just going to keep it real. No matter what you do, people are going to talk. People are going to talk. So like people are going to talk. And as a Browns fan, I'm going to say this: is that I definitely think Deshaun Watson will have a back season because when you look at the Browns, you can say made the playoffs in 2020, beat the Steelers, beat the Steelers, lost to the Chiefs in 2020, and then in 2022 made the playoffs again and lost to the Chiefs again. Like you can say that. You can say other teams can say to us as Browns fans, well, y'all lost to the Chiefs twice. But we're in the Patrick Mahomes era. We're in the Patrick Mahomes era. Just like just like when Tom Brady was playing, we were in the Tom Brady era. So we're in the Patrick Mahomes era. I know we're in the Patrick Mahomes era where Patrick Mahomes is the guy and is is one of the top dogs, and everybody wants to knock off the Chiefs. Everybody wants to beat the Chiefs. And I'm going to say this: Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, will have a bounce back year. A bounce back year. If he throws for 400, 500 yards and has, I don't know, probably two touchdowns, three touchdowns, and throw 3 touchdowns and throw 3 touchdowns and throw 400 yards or 600 yards against the Cowboys or somebody against the Cowboys because you're going up against a Cowboys defense and a Cowboys team that made the playoffs, last year. It made the playoffs like every single year. But I'm still confident in my Browns. I'm still confident in my Browns. And I'm confident that Deshaun Watson will have a bounce back year. There's no doubt about it. You can, like I said, other people will talk, people will talk about the Browns, people will talk about the Chiefs, people will talk about the 49ers, people will talk about all these different teams. But the thing is that with Deshaun Watson back, like we didn't know that Deshaun Watson would come back because that's why I think we signed Jameson Wilson. We signed Jameson. We signed Jameson in case he didn't come back because we saw how he went down against the Ravens in Week 12 last year. In that win, we signed Joe Flacco. In the Browns, like we haven't had a Super Bowl since 1956, 1966. So I definitely think with Deshaun back, with Amari Cooper not being in trade rumors anymore, with Ajoku, with Miles Garrett, with Denzel Ward, with like the Browns defense has to show up. I'm confident that certain guys have to step up and certain guys have to step up and certain guys have to step up and win this football game. Win this football game. Certain guys have to step up because when you look at who's coming back from their injury, when you look at who's coming off the injury list for the Browns, you got Deshaun coming back. You got Denzel Ward coming back. You probably got um, Z coming back. You probably got Smith coming back. You probably got Smith coming back. You probably got Denzel Ward coming back from an injury. We have a super team. We have a Super Bowl team on paper, and we have a playoff team on paper because we made the playoffs in 2020, like I said, and then 2022, and last year. And last year, I would say that I would say that we're Deshaun Watson might surprise the whole football world. Deshaun Watson might surprise the whole football world and have a bounce back game against the Cowboys. Because, like I said, everybody's going to talk about the Chiefs. Everybody's going to talk about the 49ers. Everybody's going to talk about the Browns. Everybody's going to talk about the Steelers. But with Deshaun Watson coming back for the Browns, as a Browns fan, I'm excited about Deshaun Watson coming back. Yes, we still have Jameson Wilson. I mean, we have Jameson. We have Jameson. That was a big pickup for us this whole season. Jameson was a big pickup for us for the for in the off season because I think he really wanted to back up, be the backup to be a backup like Joe Flacco was last year to Deshaun Watson. And I think James Jameson did good in the preseason. But I'm really excited to see Deshaun Watson bounce back. But guys, never give up your dreams, and I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody, and peace.